Hi, my name is Mark Rospenda, and I'm curator of exhibitions at the South Bend Museum of Art. And I'm standing in our Art League gallery inside of Chris Francis's wonderful exhibition, Modern Bespoke. The exhibition closed on April 5th, and in case any of you were waiting to see the show towards the end, obviously the show closed early because of things going on in the world. But we wanted to give you a chance at least to see this exhibition, at least virtually, if you couldn't see it in person. So we're going to take a look at a few different shoes, give you a tour of the gallery, and we might also have some questions posed by my assistant to the curator, Maren Rospenda, who is operating the camera. Chris was born in Kokomo, Indiana, and currently he's a California-based artist, and he has a workshop in Los Angeles since 2011 where he makes these custom shoes. Some of the items in this exhibition are parts of his workshop: tools, lasts, which are the forms around which custom shoes are built, an antique shoe shine stand, some preliminary drawings, different tools, and other drawings and patterns that he uses to create these fantastic pieces. So for those who are unfamiliar, bespoke means something that was created for a particular person. It's custom made, and that's what all of these shoes are. They're all custom made for either individual clients of Chris's, or they're custom made just as individual explorations and challenges that Chris posed to himself. He uses all sorts of different material in these shoes, and he tries to push the boundaries of what a shoe can be. Some of the materials include wood blocks, knife holders that were reconfigured and reused, poker chip holders, metal, rubber, cloth. A comfortable chair was made from repurposed recliner. Mirrors, of course, leather. Lots of wood, glue, wax, dirt, photocopy transfers. The list just goes on, and each pair of shoes brings all these materials together into a new form to tell a new story. One of the signature pieces in the show is Shoe Machine from 2015. It's wood, painted leather, and rubber. And as you can see, it has such a dynamic design. Between that and the color palette of the painted leather that Chris used, it has the feel of a constructivist painting. It feels like a factory. So this is one of my favorite shoes in the exhibition. This is Anarchist Shoe Structures from 2015. And what I especially love about it is Chris's use of materials. He's using wood, textile, leather, found objects, paint, and rubber. And he gives this such a sense of movement. So not only is he referencing art history, because he's referencing Nude Descending a Staircase by Marcel Duchamp, he's also referencing the function of a shoe, which is to go on our feet and help us move. And you can see he's sliced up other shoes. He's overlaid these pieces of fabric to give it a sense of movement, and it just really comes across. This is a piece that, while it's static, it really feels like it's moving. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is another one of my favorite shoes in the exhibition. This is Punk Years Revisited from 2015, and it includes all kinds of different materials. It includes leather, found couch material, broom bristles, paper pieces from CBGB's wall, glue, photocopy patch, dirt, wood, and metal. And dirt's kind of all around it. And this is just a really rockin' shoe, and I just love it. It really epitomizes punk rock spirit.
What is your favorite shoe in this whole entire exhibition?
I've actually got quite a few favorites. One of my favorites, though, if I could actually try on one of these shoes, would be Comfy Shoe. Comfortable Shoe from 2016 is made of wood, EVA, rubber, and fabric, and is made from materials from a discarded recliner. And doesn't it just look super comfortable? I'd like to sit in my recliner at home with my comfortable shoes on. So, Assistant to the Curator, Marin Rospenda, you had a question about this particular chair, which is called Walter Gropius's Chairs. It's from his Headmaster's Office series.
Well, if he already built the comfy chair, why did he really need to build this one?
That's a great question. And one of the things that I think I've mentioned already is that Chris likes to pose challenges to himself. And his challenge for comfy chair was a response to people who asked him, hey, do you ever make any comfortable shoes? And he made the most comfortable looking shoe you can imagine. And his challenge for this was, can I make a whole suite of shoes based on Walter Gropius's office? And Walter Gropius was the headmaster of the Bauhaus school, which stressed the combination of different art forms, especially craft and fine arts. And that's exactly what Chris is doing in all of his work. He's combining the history of fine art and the craft of handmade shoes to make something new. So if you could try on any shoe in this exhibition, which would you choose?
I'd probably choose this one, which is named Boxing Boot Prototype, and it just looks really comfy, even though my foot would probably not fit in it. I just think it would be a nice shoe to put on.
Yeah, totally looks comfortable, right? Like you'd want to go box a few rounds in it. This is Boxing Boot Prototype. It's painted leather, patent leather, and EVA rubber. And it is a perfect example of another one of Chris's inspirations. Not only does he pull from art history, but he pulls from popular culture. In this case, he's using Andy Kaufman and Andy Kaufman's humor as a sort of example that he's trying to follow. Andy Kaufman was a comedian in the 70s and early 80s who would push the boundaries of kind of these crazy hoaxes and push them to the extreme. So for this shoe, he evoked the spirit of Andy Kaufman's humor to make the most fun, over-the-top boxing boot that he could. He showed it to some boxers at Johnny Toco's boxing gym in Las Vegas, and they all just kind of scoffed at it. And Chris thought, oh yeah, I nailed it. And one of the parts of this exhibition is right here in the project room with a documentary called Chris Francis Shoes by documentary filmmaker Virginia Lee Hunter. And show's closed, but good thing is you can actually view that documentary online at home at the address below. I don't know if it's going to be right here in the video or if it's going to be down in the text, way down. But go to that address, you can watch the video and see Chris in action in his workshop and hear him talking about his work. Of course, none of this replaces seeing the work in person, but thank you for joining me on this quick visit to Chris Francis's modern bespoke 21st century shoe art. Please be sure to follow Chris on social media, and I truly, truly hope to be able to see you again soon at the museum. Until then, stay well.